Good evening, everybody. Let me tilt this down so you can see me all right. My name is Brett Ramsden. I'm the Vice Chair of the Lunenburg Sewer Commission. I would like to welcome everyone to the meeting. We are going to start the meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance, and our town director has a flag to hold up for us, and let us proceed. Where are you, Bill? Oh, there it is.
Is
I
it?
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Okay, in accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of the Sewer Commission is being recorded and will be able to be found on the Lunenburg Access YouTube channel after the meeting. The following information is provided for members of the public that would like to participate in the meeting remotely. To participate remotely from a computer, please use the link to join the public meeting webinar found in the posted agenda, or from a telephone, dial toll-free 888-475-4499 and enter the webinar ID 831-8724-940. Excuse me. If you have not registered with Zoom, you will be asked to give your name and email address. Note, no participant ID is needed. Just press pound when asked. I will do a roll call vote to confirm that all members are here and participating. And when I call your names, please answer in the affirmative. Eli Torres is not present. Joseph Hurley.
Here.
We've got Scott Dahl.
Here.
And myself, Brett Ramsden. We have a quorum. And staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Bill Bernard.
Here.
Andrew Valerie.
Here.
And Jane Ramley.
Here.
Thank you all. I'll get your name right one of these days, Andrew. Looking for a public comment. Is there any public here at all? Bill, do you see anything?
There is no public here tonight.
Okay. Is there any comment from staff or commissioners?
I do not have.
Say again?
I do not have any.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think we have any announcements either. Let's run right into current business, folks. Our commitment third quarter FY 2025 discussion and vote is happening now. Andrew, are you able to update us on the third quarter numbers?
Yes, so we did, I ran through the billing. It was printed out, sent out. I think, Bill, you have, so we have that. And the commitment numbers on our spreadsheet that we normally do for the commitment. I don't know if it's further down, Bill, or.
Yeah, so these are numbers we've gone over, of course. We all signed, so we can obviously take a vote on this tonight. Gentlemen, could I have a commissioner? First of all, is there any discussion or further discussion on the third quarter that anyone would like to have?
No, seemed pretty straightforward.
Yeah, okay, that sounds great. We're all on the same plane here. Could I have a motion, please, to accept the third quarter FY 2025 commitment?
I will motion to accept the commitment letter.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. Having it a motion made and seconded. I'll call for a vote. Scott?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
And I for myself. The motion passes. And we can move forward. And we also have 3 sets of minutes. I had myself a good look at those earlier. As gentlemen, have you had a chance to review those?
I did.
Excellent. Do we feel comfortable moving forward with this? I'd like to get a motion to accept the minutes for 1/21/25, 1/28/25, as well as 2/11/25.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept those 3 dates of minutes.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's do a vote. We'll do Joe first,
Aye.
and Scott,
Aye.
and I for myself. And I want to thank Jane for doing a great job on those minutes as usual. We appreciate it. And so, having those minutes accepted and voted on, we have, we've got a budget FY26 presentation. I'd love to ask Bill for an update on that one and have a discussion on that.
Okay, so I know we've already voted on the budget. So the finance committee wants us to present it to them. We are on their schedule for this Thursday night, so 2 nights from now, 7 p.m. Also on that schedule is DPW budget and facilities budget.
Wow.
So if they take last, it'll probably be, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Who knows? But you gentlemen are welcome to come. If one of you wants to present, you can. If not, I could do it. So I put this a PowerPoint together, and I tried to keep it as simple as possible. So when I was going through it, looking at the numbers, I had I found a mistake in my in one of the spreadsheets. So what changed is down here, the total retained earnings appropriation. So the budget you guys had approved, it was more like I forget the number. Like, do you remember, Andrew? Was it like 249, something like that? I can't quite remember, but anyways, it went up a little bit because I had made a mistake in one of the formulas somewhere in the spreadsheet. But it didn't change it all that much.
I mean, was it overstated, understated?
Well, it was total retained earnings. What you voted on was less than what I'm showing now.
So you're showing more retained earnings?
That we have to use to balance the budget, correct? Yep.
Okay.
We also, as I understand, we have, when I was reviewing this earlier, I understand we still have quite a few unpaid bills at this point. Is that correct? Outstanding bills that we're waiting for payment from customers.
Oh, yeah. We're paying everything. It's our customers. We have a delinquency rate of 27%. So in the budget for next year, that works out to be like $400,000.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, having to pull out retained earnings is not an issue because of what's coming in.
Yeah, if these people pay up, we wouldn't have to do it. Basically.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to cover that.
Yeah. But we do have, do I show it here? I guess I'm not showing it anywhere, but we have about $2 million in retained earnings. Oh, here it is right there. 2.1 million.
Yeah.
So we have the money. You know, we're not hurting ourselves by doing this.
Right.
That's good.
And this money essentially be being replaced at some point, so.
In theory, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually it will be.
And when is our, the town, what do you call it? The payments we're making comes to a close soon, I can't think of the word,
Mhm. The debt service,
the debt
Um,
service, yes.
yeah, that goes out, yeah, maybe another 10 years. That I'd have to look that up.
Oh, it is 10 more years out? Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh.
But pretty soon the money we owe to Leominster Fitchburg, right, that debt service becomes less than the betterments that people are still paying up. Actually,
Okay.
this year, right here, 251,747 in estimated betterment revenues over the town debt service. So we're starting to, take in money instead of giving out money.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
I do not. I went over the PowerPoint earlier today.
All right. So I think it looks pretty good overall, Bill. Like you said, you kept it
Yeah.
simple. And I can't see anything that could be approved there unless someone else does. So is this something we need to vote on, Bill?
Probably technically no, but it can't hurt to
Yeah.
vote to accept it,
Okay. Well, that's
I'll make a motion to accept the final version of the budget.
I'll second the motion.
thank you, gentlemen. We'll do a vote. Scott
Aye.
and Joe,
Aye.
and I for myself. The budget has been approved for presentation. And thank you, Bill, for all your efforts. And if you are able to make it for the presentation tomorrow night, that would be helpful. I mean, for Thursday night.
Well, I will be there because I'm giving the DPW presentation. So
Yeah, I kind of figured. So, but sounds like it's going to be quite a late night, though.
well, probably, but who knows? Who knows?
It's good,
It depends on how many questions the finance committee has.
of course.
Hmm.
How are they to deal with these days? Out of curiosity.
Last year I stood at the podium for 2.5 hours for my presentation. I'm
Sounds like
hoping it's not the same this year.
a barrel full of monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, let's touch base on the assistant to the business manager position. I understand there was a couple of possibilities last time, our last meeting. Didn't know where we are there. Andrew, do you have anything on that?
Sorry about that. I do. So we have Tiffany that we wanted to bring on board. Bill, you can go on with
Sure.
that one.
So we had 2 candidates, both were very good, I thought. We preferred one over the other, so we recommended, one to human resources, and so we put together a list of competencies like we did with Andrew. So I could share that. Share this one. So it's essential job functions that we think this person needs to know in by a certain date. So, the first one is all the onboarding, public ethics law, everybody has to do open meeting law stuff, record guidelines, that kind of stuff. So we want the person to know that by basically their first month. And then, learn the sewer regulations, right? Hopefully they at least go through them, know that by the first month, and assist with production of final invoices. Andrew will attest that is almost a daily function. So we would need this person to help with that. And then the permits to connect. So that's slow right now, but that is starting to pick up. Some of the contractors have been coming in looking for information for plans and tie cards. So that's going to heat up very soon. So we want the person to know that. And we want them to be able to assist with paying our invoices in Munis and understand how our database works. So that's on there. And then the big one is to help with the quarterly billing. So, Andrew is the primary lead on that, but we want this person to be able to assist with that. So that's what we have for essential competencies. So
On that note,
Mhm.
before we get off that subject of Munis, I understand there was somebody set up to come help Andrew. Did they ever show up? Did that ever happen?
he is
From
coming.
software.
He is coming on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
He was supposed to come, I think, last week, and he had to push it off a week. But so this week he'll be there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
he
so we
got-
do these competencies. So instead of waiting, the 6-month probation period and say, you're not working out, we have some feedback, right away at the month, a couple months. So we know that this person is working out. And if, if they need help, we can help them out a little bit. And then I think it's a good thing to do.
I agree. You're feeling people out. You're putting some pressure, but not terrible pressure on them. If they want the job, they're going to obviously
Yeah.
do the best and
Mhm.
see it through like Andrew's doing. And then, of
Yeah.
course, we're going to give them the support, all the support we can.
Mhm.
Continue to go with it from there. So great. Well, I'm really excited to hear that there's somebody
Hmm.
that you guys are narrowing down. I look forward to hearing more about them.
Yeah.
And I kind of cut you off there, so I'll let you finish where
That's
you're
okay.
headed.
I believe the offer letter was going out today or maybe tomorrow. So
Great.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Yeah.
Very exciting. We're going to have a full
Hmm.
department soon, and I know we're in the middle of the business manager updates and meetings, but I would like to, at the end of this, gentlemen, talk a little bit about working on finding some more commissioners to join us in our direction we want to head there. But before we do that, we still have to talk about the second quarter demands. And I understand Andrew has some information for us there.
I do. I was very excited to get them to go through, and they went through. Unfortunately, to print the demand, the letters out, that's not working in our system. And so they went through on the 18th. So whoever does owe, money on the bill for quarter two, it's going to reflect probably next quarter that they owe that demand. But it went on the quarter two bills that were already printed. Unfortunately, I can't reprint, quarter two's bills and send them out. And I think that we may have run into some other issue. I don't know. We're trying to figure out, if we can do that, because it's been kind of a nightmare with the demands, unfortunately. So I did my best to make it work, and they worked, but there might be another issue. And I'd like to have Bill speak on that a little bit more, if you could.
Yeah. So somebody went to town hall to pay their bill, and when the treasurer's office looked at Munis, they saw that demand fee there, but that demand fee was never sent out on a bill or a separate demand. So they questioned, can we legally charge that? And we're trying to get a legal opinion on that. So it's kind of up in the air at the moment.
So there's always little residual effects to our munis.
Mhm. Yeah, so Munis strikes again. So
And
we have, since the upgrade over a year ago, we have not been able to print demand notices. And that equates to thousands of dollars. We're probably over $10,000 in losses because of this. Yeah.
well, it's a good thing. Good thing you and Andrew have a good sense of humor. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and a
you-
good
yeah.
attitude. So we appreciate it. So how can we, we're still stuck in the same boat with this, but as you mentioned, Director, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So the town accountant, he sent another email to Tyler Tech, who makes Munis, and reminded him that there's 2 open tickets for printing demands, and asked him, when's it going to be fixed, right? And the other thing is, when our consultant comes in on Thursday, maybe he can figure it out. So we're trying. Andrew tried his best. Somehow we got, there was the $10 demand fee to get into Munis, but then it wouldn't print. So he was halfway there. Got to give him a lot of credit for that.
Very good. Well, we appreciate the efforts, and keep fighting the good fight. Hopefully this guy is helpful and useful on Thursday night and can make your lives a little bit easier. So that's what we'll hope for here, and then figure it out from there. Was there anything else on that either one of you gentlemen wanted to talk about, or does anyone have a question? Okay, seeing none. We still have the manhole repair IFB on here, but obviously we're still in a holding pattern there.
Right. Nothing new to report.
Yep. Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the business meeting per se. I'm gonna move on to number 5, the old business, it's always old business when we're in need of commissioners, gentlemen. I'm wondering, I think maybe it's time we talk about doing another mailing. And I know that our temporary clerk did a great job sending out the last one. And I don't know, do we want to go back to the clerk and have them do it? Because people tend to open those letters. Is that what you found to be true, Scott and Joe?
I mean, that's how I ended up with it, but then again, I was still relatively new to the town, but I am in a lot of the social media groups. Is it frowned upon to reach out through there and tell people to apply through, give them a link to reach out to the town for volunteer, not just for our commission, but other commissions that they seem to need a lot of. I know with the finance committee and the, all the budgetary stuff going on right now, that there's a lot of interest, people showing up to the meetings and stuff. So maybe it's kind of good to put the feelers out now while the iron's hot. And, I haven't been to any of the meetings, but have they been handing flyers out at the meetings? I know they did at the special meeting, but can't hurt to just have them there on the table. But
I agree with that.
we actively recruit.
We've I mean, it's good to have feelers out there online and on social media. The thing is, we've been doing that, if I'm not mistaken, Bill, for some years, and we really didn't get much of a response until we sent that letter.
I understand that. I'm just saying that where I've been in these groups I believe I'm in 3 Lunenburg groups right now, and not once in a year and a half did I come across,
Hmm.
anything, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes the online presence thing is, oh, well, we put something on the town website. Well, we all know the town website doesn't flow too well sometimes anyways, but,
Well, who, I didn't mean to cut you off, Scott.
yeah,
With that thought in mind, Bill, or I don't know if Andrew would know or Jane would know, but do we need who can put this on social media to reach out and look for people? Does it have to be someone like you, director, or can one of us as a commissioner do that?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I know it's definitely on the town's website.
yeah.
It's probably on the town's Facebook site. I'm not sure. And I know when the town manager gives her report at the select board meeting, it's mentioned then.
Mhm.
But let me talk to our social media people about it and maybe the town manager. See if it's okay for one of the commissioners to put it on these other non-town,
Yeah, I
Facebook
mean, it would
sites. Yeah.
basically be just sharing the link or saying, hey, if you're interested, contact the town clerk or whomever is, I can't even remember who I sent my volunteer application to, but, it wasn't a hard process, so, maybe, it's just one of those things that somebody just has to tell them how simple it is to send it in, email it.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine there's really a legal conflict. Like, you're not speaking on behalf of the town or the commission. You're
No,
saying, I just,
that's
I'm
what
aware that there's a need if anybody's interested. I've found it rewarding. Like, if you're interested in getting involved in the town, there's a lot of volunteer positions open versus like we're speaking on behalf of the commission or behalf of the town. I think
Yeah,
there's probably not.
exactly. I figured there wasn't too many legalities, but I also wasn't gonna overstep any bounds.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I still like to err on the way of caution. If maybe Bill could do a quick contact just to see if there's any parameters we should follow, or in this case, not follow with putting it out there. Scott, if and the likelihood is good that we could do this, would you be interested in putting something together?
Yeah, that won't be a problem.
That'd be great because
Yeah.
we could use
All right,
more help.
so I like Joe's approach, doing it as, a citizen, not necessarily as a sewer commissioner, and saying, yeah, it's a rewarding thing, and you're involved.
Yeah.
I like that approach, so that's how I'll pitch it, and I'll let you know what they say.
Sounds great.
Thank you, gentlemen. Okay. Very good. Does anybody have any other business to bring before the commission to talk about before we move to public comment? Hearing
I do
none. Let's see if there's any public comment or comment from commissioners or staff at this point. I don't see any.
Well, Brett,
Yes.
Mr. Commissioner, I'm just trying to get the word out. The Flat Hill Bridge over the Catacounamung Brook, that job is scheduled to start next week, next Friday. So
No
the road
kidding.
will be closed, and it'll be closed until probably the end of April. So
If that already hit the groups too.
yeah. But the more we put it out there, the more people know. So
Yeah,
mhm,
That's always a good idea.
yeah.
Save a lot of people from banging their steering wheel when they get to it and have to turn around. I'm sure there'll
Exactly.
be, I assume there'll be some signage at
Yes, it should be going out soon.
previous intersections. Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
hasn't the bridge been closed for years anyways?
No,
No?
it's a one lane bridge though.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about what we want to put on our next agenda, gentlemen. See, obviously, Andrew and Bill will be in discussions about any kind of budgetary information. We'll keep the manhole repair stuff up there, and we'll know when something pops. Certainly an update on the assistance to the business manager position would be great. And let's see. I can't really think of anything else. Maybe we could make it an actual an agenda item to discuss our plans for locating another couple of commissioners. If that makes sense, even if we're keeping it lightweight, and to see where we go from there. Get an update from Bill on what he
We can
finds.
see what Bill turns up at town hall in between. You guys visit Thursday night to town
Right.
hall, maybe you could ask around.
And I'll make sure I don't reach out to your office, Bill, on Friday. So you're not going to be getting a lot of rest.
No.
So, but we appreciate you being there and doing what you do, representing us all and fighting the good fight. Our upcoming scheduled sewer commission activities include our next meetings, March 11th, 2025 at 7 p.m., which is a hybrid meeting at the DPW building. And then we'll have our March 25th, 2025 Zoom meeting at 6 p.m. And then April 8th, I can't believe we're talking about April already, will be another hybrid meeting at 7 p.m. at the DPW building, and then followed by our April 29th meeting, which will be a 6 p.m. Zoom meeting. And that's about all we have for tonight. If there's nothing else, I'm going to be asking for a motion to adjourn our meeting, gentlemen.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and second. Joe
Aye.
and Scott Dahl,
Aye.
and I for myself, and we are adjourned, and we can shut off that recording. Good night, Lunenburg.